Hey everyone, welcome to another ALEKS tutorial video. In this one we are going to be predicting the compound formed by two main group elements. So in this problem it says to decide whether the pair of elements will form a molecular or ionic compound, if they'll form a compound at all, and then find the chemical formula for that compound. So in this question we want to be asking ourselves two things. The first one is, what are the charges? We're looking for something that has a positive charge on one hand and a negative charge on the other. That way they can come together to form a neutral compound. So if they are two positives or two negatives, it's simply not going to come together. It doesn't work like that. You can't have two negative elements making up a single compound. So assuming that you can create a neutral compound with the element, the second question you want to ask is one of the elements a metal? So looking up here, we're only focusing on main group elements right now, but lithium, beryllium, sodium, magnesium, all of these, they're all metals. And so is one of the elements consisting of one of these, essentially. So looking at our first one here, we can see that we have hydrogen. We know that hydrogen has a +1, and then +1 here as well. And then we also have fluorine. So if we go to the periodic table, we see that fluorine is in group 7 here, and we know that group 7 has a -1 charge. So that means if we have a +1 charge and a -1 charge coming together, they can simply just come together to make hydrogen fluoride, and that's it. This is a neutral compound, and that's all we need to know. As far as is a compound formed, yes it is. And what type of compound is it? Well, neither hydrogen nor fluorine is a metal, so these are two nonmetals coming together, which means this is just a simple molecular compound. Moving on to oxygen. Oxygen is a group 6 element, so we know that group 6 elements have a charge of -2. And so if we have a +1 charge coming together with a -2 charge, then we're going to need two +1 charges in order to balance out the -2 oxygen. So that means we are going to have a very familiar compound of H2O. Hopefully you know that's water. And is it an ionic compound? Well, neither hydrogen nor oxygen is a metal, so this is another molecular compound. Next up we have calcium and sulfur. So looking at the periodic table, we can see that calcium is a group 2 element, which has a +2 charge, and sulfur is a group 6 element with a -2 charge. So because calcium is a +2 charge and sulfur is a -2 charge, two of them can come together, forming calcium sulfide, and that's it. There's no further balancing needed to make this compound neutral. Is it an ionic compound? Well, calcium is one of our main group metals, and so we have a metal and a non-metal, which is the definition we need to satisfy the definition of ionic compound. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.